gentlemen, round two. Live at UCA International All-Star Championship. The leaderboard is way different. And we're going to see who's going to make it count this weekend for the League Live Show. Get it going. We're going to get this thing going here, man. We're going to the back. This is a cheerleading show. We're going to do some t-shirts. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the lead live from UCA International All-Star. What's up?
I'm Maddie Gardner here with Chuck Lott and this amazing live audience behind us. Goodness gracious, it feels good to be back for the second live show, Chuck.
So excited to have this crowd with us. We've got so many people here, all of you at home. We're going to keep this thing going though. Maddie, let's give them a little game day rundown. What do we have coming up?
We have so much in store for you today. We are talking to athletes from Brandon Senior Black and California All-Stars. We are also talking to the gym owner of TAI, Chuck.
Well, we're also going to introduce some game show elements here. I love doing game shows. We've got a sign contest coming. We also have $600 in prizes that we're going to give away. But right now, we're going to school. Maddie, what is the league?
I'm so glad you asked, Chuck. The league is a season-long points race, and teams win points by going to different varsity all-star events.
Well, we're going to talk about who's in the league. We've got youth teams, junior co-ed, senior open, senior co-ed teams, all coming from the USASF age grid.
And you might be asking, okay, so who do I compete against? Because it is a little bit different than who you compete against during competitions. What we have done has broken the country up into 5 different regions. So you have the West, West, the Midwest, the Southeast, and the Northeast. Then we split by D1 and D2, but Chuck, junior and senior co-ed are combined.
Now, we talked about all that. What do you win? We've got 120 regional winners. First, second, and third place are all getting personal banners for each athlete. The teams get a banner for their gym, and they also get cash or varsity all-star credit. But that's not all. Maddie's wearing something today. What are they going home with, Maddie?
You will also, the 40 regional first place winners are going to get a diamond pendant necklace. I was just talking to CheerXL. They liked it. They want to win it. And who doesn't? It's gorgeous. So very exciting.
Now remember, you get the league trophy, you get a banner, and you get $5,000 in cash for our 8 national winners. We're going to keep this thing going because the top 5 scores make up your point total. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. Right now, let's talk about that game show that we're going to be doing later today.
We have an exciting competition going about their wonderful signs.
We got signs.
Right?
Right here. Yes.
We are going to pick the top 3 signs, and then you are going to help us decide on the very best sign. Get a prize, but the winner, $100 varsity shop.
$300, and we've got an online prize we're going to do a little bit later as well, but right now we're jumping into this region. We are in the Southeast. Let's talk about the UCA International All-Star Championship. There are 600 points available this weekend, so we're definitely going to see who's going to make it count. We're near the end of the season. Everything looks different.
Everything looks completely different than the way it did for the first League Live show back in Indianapolis. Now, we are keeping a close eye on these teams on your screen. We think they have the potential to take home 600 points this weekend, starting with the ACX Wild Jags. Are you in the building, ACX?
Wild Jags. We've got Purple Rain from CheerXL. They're right here behind me.
A big shout out to Nighttime Cheer, Deja.
The Ice Queens from TAI. Where are the Ice Queens?
Love it. And finally, the Rock Athletics Onyx. So we are keeping a close eye on those teams, Chuck.
And we're going to keep talking about how much everything has changed. Since Jam Fest, so much has changed on the leaderboard. Let's go ahead and talk about the Southeast leaderboard. Right now, we see Stingray All-Stars right up there at the top. CheerXL, they're right over here over my shoulder. What's going on?
We also have Cheer Extreme and the Rock Athletics, Designer Athletics. It is a packed regional leaderboard in the Southeast. Back to the competition this weekend. We are going to break down some teams who are here. Chuck. But before we get to that, I was about to skip over the rest of the competitions this season.
That's fine.
I'm just so excited.
We are so excited to be here. We changed up things a little bit. We're going to jump into our competitions. We've got the top competitions that are coming up in the Southeast region. There are a variety of point totals that you can still get there. We've got the Can-Am Grand Nationals and Spirit Sports Battle at the Beach. Those are 600-point events. ACS Return to Atlantis, that's a 500-pointer. So there are some opportunities to get those points to jump up on the leaderboard. I'm going to talk a little bit more about scheduling a little later, but we're going to talk a little bit more in-depth about some of the teams that we have here this weekend. Who do we have?
Well, they're right behind me. I'm talking about ACX Wild Jags. They are making some noise back here. For the League Live show, they have also been making noise the entire season. Right now, they have won NCAA All-Star Championship and Cheer Sports. So they are looking to complete the Triple Crown this weekend with a UCA win. That's right. They are in the D1 Junior Division. They're a level 1 team coming out of the Southeast. You can take a look at their season so far, sitting at just more than 2,000 points right now in the league.
That is exciting. Next up, we've got Cheer Excel Purple Rain. That's a D2 level 1, senior level 1 team out of the Southeast. UCA is their 6th event towards their league score. So they've had 600 points at NCAA All-Star, Cheer Sport, and Spirit of Hope. They won 500 at the American Superstars. Right now, they're sitting undefeated, and a win this weekend could bump one of those 500-pointers, and that is huge. That is huge for Purple Rain this weekend.
Love that. All right, let's talk about nighttime cheer. Deja Vu, are you in the house? That's right, a D2 senior co-ed level 5 team coming to you from the Southwest. UCA will be their 5th event toward their league score, so they have a lot to prove. Also undefeated this season. NCAA All-Star National Champions, Cheer Sport National Champions, another Triple Crown contender.
And another team that we're going to have out here, we're bringing out the owner a little later, TAI Ice Queens, a D2 senior level 4 team out of the Midwest. Another undefeated team. One Jam Fest, one Spirit of Hope, Encore Baltimore, Cheer Sport, and NCA. If they win this weekend, they get to max out their league score. They're going to cap out at 3,000. This is their 6th event, but they are first in their region right now, and they are 2nd in the country at 2,900 points.
Impressive season so far, Chuck. We are rounding it out with the Rock Athletics Onyx coming to us. I love it. Coming to us from the Southeast, they're a D2 junior level 3 team. And right now, regionally, they are 2nd in the Southeast, ranked 12th overall nationally with 2,700 points, just a little more than that. A really impressive showing from them, both at Cheer Sport and NCAA. Also at Battle Under the Spirit of Hope, they racked up a lot of points there.
Well, you love to see it. I know we talked about all of those teams. Those were a little bit all over the place. We're going to stay right here in the Southeast and bring up our first interview. We're going to make this a team affair. So where are my Brandon All-Stars fans at? Where are my Brandon All-Stars fans? Come on up here. Isaiah Rodriguez. What's going on, man? You're from Jacksonville, Florida, right?
From Tampa, Florida.
Oh, you're from Tampa, Florida. Excuse me. Okay. But it's still the same. Like, it's still hot in Tampa, right?
Yes, very hot.
Okay. All right, cool.
We are so happy you are here with us, Isaiah, part of Brandon Senior Black. You won Cheer Sport, you won NCAA. How are you feeling this weekend?
I'm feeling very confident.
I love, yeah.
Now, you've competed at UCA a number of times. Why is this weekend so important to the team? And tell us how you guys are feeling heading into the rest of the weekend.
We're feeling very confident. We know that we need to keep our momentum going from the last 2 weekends that we've had, and we know that with all the ups and downs that comes with cheerleading, we need to push through this weekend, because after this weekend, we have World's Month, we have all these things to look forward to. So this weekend, getting those 2 solid hits that we want, gaining our confidence, and never looking back, just no regrets. So we're just looking to do very good this weekend.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah, let's make some noise for Isaiah with that one. I mean, we're all behind you. We want to see some great performances as well. What do you think your team's goal is?
Like I said, I think our goal is just to go into this weekend as confident as ever. Like, I always tell the team that the more hits that we have, the more our confidence goes up. So if we go into this weekend with our confidence up and we get those 2 hits that we want, like, I feel like it'll just be very good for the team and for everybody, because it's just a good thing.
Well, look, Isaiah, I love it. I'm going to throw a little curveball at you. What time did you wake up today?
I'm going to say I woke up at like 9 maybe or 10.
Okay, so you slept in.
I slept in, yes, I slept.
So he's feeling good. He's feeling good because your team competes tonight at 4:39 right here in the field house, so we will be watching.
Okay, thank you so much.
Best
Good
of luck.
luck.
Thank you so much for joining us, Isaiah.
Thank you so much.
Let's hear it again for Isaiah Rodriguez.
Feeling of just like waiting to,
Yeah. You
And
just you wait. Yeah.
like, okay, I have to do something really huge later.
Well, what do you do with all that energy there?
Well, I mean, I think you're seeing it right now. You cheer some more.
Well,
you
I'll tell
get it
what,
out.
We're going to get all of them in it, too, because we've got an audience poll coming up. I need everybody's participation here. We're going to get a QR code up on the screen right now. We need you guys to take a picture of that because, look, there are 3 regions represented here in Senior Level 2. Southeast, West, and Midwest. We're going to get those teams up here. We've got a little prize.
Right. So we want to know who you go to win that division. Now, your options for the teams coming out of the Southeast: Impact One Omega, Pure Extreme Florida. They are representing the Southeast, California All-Stars San Marcos Icons, and at Spira Electra. So you will vote on what you think is taking home 600 points.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go with the Midwest. That's my home region. And a little note about Planet Spirit. I actually had my staff try out there like eons ago. It was a long time.
We need video because
We'll
y'all
see.
have all seen the pictures video of me in the day, so it's
So I have to get some now?
it's time.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Well,
What do you
I
think?
We're going to let everybody do that. Take the QR code. It's going to come back up on the screen. Right now, we're going to go to commercial break, so you're going to have some time to figure out what the answer is going to be. I'm going to throw some T-shirts. You want to throw some T-shirts?
Please.
Let's throw some T-shirts.
There are many ways to make the climb at the summit: a paid bid, partial paid, at-large, or wildcard bid. For Star Athletics New Jersey, they've had the summit in their sights the past 10 seasons, and this year they've reached an all-time high within their program.
Star Athletics actually has been around for over 20 years now, but I actually became the owner in 2010. So I've been the gym owner for the last 12 seasons. We're located in Boonton, New Jersey, which is about 20 miles from New York City. The summit was new. I actually first got introduced to it at the Varsity Gym Owners Conference in Las Vegas the prior year. That's when they first announced it as just like this big, new, exciting, fun competition that they were going to start the following year. One of our teams did get a bid to it, and we decided to go for it because we thought it was just a cool concept. Believe it or not, we actually won the very first summit in Large Co-Ed 4 back in 2013. It was like totally surprising, and out of the blue, we were in 4th place after the first day, and we hit our routine in finals, and we ended up winning. So like that really just kind of sparked our whole summit journey almost 10 years ago. The summit as this end of the year, big competition where you actually have to advance, it has a very unique setup, has really just been a huge motivator for our athletes and our staff. It has made us better coaches, and thus it's made our athletes better as well. Back in 2013, we only brought one team here. We only had about 5 or 6. Here we are almost 10 years later. There are 14 teams wearing, the Star Athletics name this weekend at the summit. The summit just being that end of season, best of the best competition has absolutely changed, the culture of our gym, and I do think it has helped us really grow. We kept setting new records for ourselves. 5 years ago, we got 6 bids at one competition in one night, and it was literally the bid reveal was the Super Bowl. And then the next year, we just kept accomplishing more and more things, which culminated this year, 2022, with all 7 of our summit teams receiving a paid bid to the summit. As soon as they got it, I was like, I have to do something to reward everybody. We have to make this special. So we had the shirts designed, as you can see right here, paid, period, just like the kids like to say. I actually purchased the shirt for the entire gym for all the athletes that came down to the summit, and just to celebrate this, amazing accomplishment. The whole thing just makes the season this amazing journey, that we start at and that ends, here in Florida at the summit. It makes me so proud to see this many athletes down here representing Star Athletics. And, I appreciate when people say that, our kids are well behaved and well respected and well disciplined, because that is a big part of our culture at home. We want them to be great athletes, but we do want them to be great people. And we do hold our kids and our parents to a very high Star standard. So I do have just a tremendous sense of pride for everybody that's part of Star Athletics.
Oh, we're still going.
We are
got
back.
some T-shirts.
Like we never left. Chuck.
We are back. This is a thing. T-shirts. Watch this. Oh, you saw the hands back there. They went back.
Is that how you envisioned it?
That's not really how I envisioned it at all. I was trying to figure out something. We're waiting on the polls to come in. I love T-shirt tosses. That's my favorite thing in the world.
And everyone loves when you toss a T-shirt. Okay, so before the break, we asked you, who do you think is taking home 600 points this weekend? What region is going to go home with those points in senior level 2? You voted. We have the Southeast, the West, and the Midwest, so it's time to hear the results. Millery, do we have results yet?
Let's.
We have a winner, but should we break down the teams first? Keep them waiting.
Let's talk about the teams really quick, and then we can let everybody know who won. We had our 3 teams from the Southeast: Impact One Omega, Cheer Extreme Florida Lightning, and Rock Solid All-Star Saints. Those are our teams out of the Southeast that are here.
That's right.
Who else?
In the West, we have California All-Stars San Marcos Icons.
And then out of the Midwest, Planet Spirit Electra. What's going on, Minnesota in the house?
All right, all competing in the senior level 2 division. We have 3 regions representing. Are we ready to hear who you think is going home with 600 points?
Who's it going to be?
Can we get a drum roll?
Drum roll, please.
It's a good drum roll. The winner is the Southeast.
Yeah, it's a home crowd.
It is
That's
a
home court
crowd.
advantage right there, man. I wonder, we're going to have to see how many people from right here in Florida and the Southeast are watching the show versus everybody else, because we're here.
Yep, speaking of the Southeast, we already talked about that region a little more in depth, and we're going to talk about the Southwest, the Northeast, and the West. But first, we want to kick things off with the Midwest.
The best. That's my home region from the state of Michigan, but we're going to kick this thing off and bring up the gym owner from TAI, Alex Laser. Come on up here, Alex. Yes.
They love you. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
So we're going to share this microphone, so come a little closer.
Well, while you guys are talking about the microphone, I'm going to run some stats down about the Ice Queens, because that's who we're talking about. They won 6 points at Jam Fest, at Spirit of Hope, at Cheer Sport, and at NCAA All-Stars. You guys won 500 points at Encore Baltimore. You are undefeated right now, currently sitting first in the Midwest, second in the country, 2,900 points. This is a huge weekend.
Very big weekend.
Huge weekend. What do you guys need to do to be successful here at UCA?
Honestly, our kids are more than prepared, so they just need to make sure that they're staying focused and that they're just controlling the things. I always tell them that you can only control what you can control. So just to stay focused on ourselves and just to make sure that they're focusing on every single thing that they're supposed to in their routine.
I love those notes from a coach, from the owner. She's making sure the program is prepared for success. And we're going to talk about the leaderboard. We've got the Midwest leaderboard up there.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look. We see your Ice Queen sitting up there on the leaderboard.
Yeah, how does it feel when you're taking a look? This is the Midwest region, to see Ice Queen so far up with so many premier programs.
It's honestly super surreal, and it just feels so good to just make a name for ourselves and just to kind of hang with the big dogs and just to set a standard for all the D2 programs and to represent them as well throughout the country.
Now, have you seen a lot of these teams, throughout your season? We've got WIDC, Gym Time, Illinois. They're up there a couple of times. Aspire Cheer Academy. I mean, the competition really is, it's hard. It's a competition, right?
Yeah.
Week after week. So we're going to bring up our competitions next. We're going to talk about our competitions. I'm going to talk strategy a little bit later, but we have American Cheer Power Columbus, that's a 600-pointer. Encore Louisville, 500. ASC Schaumburg. You got a variety of points to still grab throughout the rest of the season, even if you win this weekend and max out that score.
Hopefully.
So what does a win this weekend mean for your program, as this being the inaugural season of the league?
It would honestly be great, and we are just super excited to represent TAI. I mean, we come from a small town with a population of like nobody in it, so it just feels really, really good. And hopefully that happens.
Yeah, and Alex, I want to make sure everyone at home knows, right now you're sitting at 2,900 points. The max number of points for the league is 3,000. So we are expecting you to max out this weekend and win, which is huge. Huge, yeah.
So we're so excited to see what's going to happen. The Ice Queens are competing a little later today at 422 in Arena West. So if you're still here, if you're watching on Varsity TV, make sure you cheer on the Ice Queens and see as they're on that road to 3,000.
Now, are the Ice Queens in the house right now?
Are they here?
We have some TAI representing.
What's
Amazing.
going on? Oh, they're a part of the sign contest too? Oh,
They're
I
ready.
can't wait for that.
They're ready. So that is the Midwest. Alex, thank you so much. Now, we do want to jump into the Southwest region, but
Yes.
before we do that, take a look at this video from Stars Viper coach Jacob Eaton on the league.
Is really, we pride ourselves on going against the best and having a very competitive nature. So for the league specifically to allow us to compete competition after competition and be stacked up against teams that we don't necessarily see that weekend. Each of these competitions that hold such high values, like high point values, it gives us an idea of how we can best maximize all of the points that we are able to get at each competition. Understanding that they're going against teams of multiple levels and multiple divisions, and really just taking that for what it is and just igniting that competitive spirit within them is the best prize that we could receive, honestly. Seeing where varsity is going to be able to take this, you know, you have programs like ourselves and other programs here in our region that are really committed to seeing this thing through. We're really excited about what is to come.
Let's go to work, let's go to work.
Love to hear it from Alex. That is incredible. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with the rest of their season.
Absolutely. You know, we saw a big show out from Stars Vipers early on in the league. I am so impressed with that program. I've been keeping track of their score as we go on throughout the season as well, Chuck.
Well, speaking of their score and keeping track, it's time for Mr. Lott's class to be in session. I'm going to take you to school. We're going to talk about the schedule and a little bit of strategy. My wife will tell you that I'm a thinker. I think about it all the time, so let's get their schedule up here on the screen. We're going to take a look. They had 473 points at NCA Houston, 600 points at Spirit Celebration, 500 at Jam Fest, 600 Encore Nationals, 600 at ACA, 400 at NCA, and 574 at NCA All-Stars. Now remember, our top 5 point totals are what matters for the league. So if you look right off the bat, that 473 and that 400, those are gone. But you're looking, that 400 point in NCA San Marcos, that's a good opportunity to get the teams out there, but there are a few more competitions that they can add a little later on in the season. We've got the competition we're here at this weekend, Cheer Sport and One Up Grand Nationals, where we're gonna have our last show at. Those are all opportunities to get 600 points. So when you're putting together your schedule for next season, keep that in mind, because there is some strategy to make sure that from leaderboard 1 to the end of the season, everything is going to change week after week.
Right, it's a new way of thinking about the season as a whole, Chuck, which is just really neat. You know, that entire region has really been showing out in the Southwest. Excuse me, I'm just so happy to talk about it. Here are the top 8 teams regionally that we are keeping an eye on in the Southwest, and of course, you can see Stars Vipers still has a team up there at number 3.
They are, but Woodlands Elite is right up there as well. The Admirals and D1 Senior. We've got San Antonio Spirit. I mean, there's a lot of action going on down there in Texas and Oklahoma. So keep your eye on the Southwest leaderboard, because, well, that's going to change again, too.
That's right. Hey, we can hear our crowd here in the field house. We can't necessarily hear you at home, but we want to give you a prize. So
Yes.
Coming up after the break, we are picking a winner. What we need you to do is to log on and answer a trivia question. The winner gets a $100 gift card to Varsity Shop. And if you're watching online, all you have to do is drop your answer in the chat. So Chuck,
Okay. You want me to give the question?
what is it?
The prize or the question?
The
Which
question.
one? Are you ready? Everybody's on their toes? We all know that this event is worth 600 points if you win. What do you get for second place? What's the point total for second place? We're not going to say it. Don't say it.
I know it.
Don't say. I know it too. We said it on YouTube and like social media. It's all over the place. Hint, hint. But you get 2 minutes to figure that out. You might get some help at home here. My 2-minute timer is going to start when I throw the first
Ooh,
T-shirt.
okay.
Who's ready for a T-shirt? We're going to break in 3, 2, 1, go. We're back. T-shirt toss in the house. That's what we do here on the League Live Show. We've got so many T-shirts here, but this crowd, though, I am so excited to have everyone here, to have you all at home. But didn't we drop them a trivia question?
We left you guys on a cliffhanger a little bit. We asked you, what is second place worth in terms of league points at this event? If first place is worth 600 points, does anyone know the answer?
Does anyone know the answer?
Should we ask them?
We can ask them.
Go ahead.
What's the answer?
504.
574.
That's right.
Yes.
Great job.
That's
All right,
what's up.
let's see.
Where'd you go?
Let's see if anybody got it right at home. Do we have a winner here? Millery's coming back out with another card. And the winner of the online trivia question going home with a $100 gift card to Varsity Spirit.
Lexi Stevens. Lexi, you're going home with $100, but you're already at home, so we're just going to try to get you $100. Don't worry. We will contact you. You will get that Varsity Shop card. Don't worry. We're going to keep this thing going.
All right, so one of the best parts about being involved in the league, Chuck, is I get to watch a ton of cheerleading, which is what I've always loved to do.
Of course.
I've been watching some teams recently, and I want to break down one routine in particular that has really impressed me this season, and that is Upper Merion All-Stars Halos, an incredible team, D1 in the senior level 5 division. Regionally, they are first in the Northeast, and they are 7th nationally, sitting at 2,800 points. But their routine is so impressive, Chuck. I want you to take a look. This is right off the bat. They are throwing level 5 tumbling skills, round off back handspring pulls, all from the corner. We're slowing it down for you so you can see all 7 of those skills and the impressive transition in the background. Timing could be cleaned up just a little bit, but overall, a huge score getter right off the bat.
I love that one. The transitions already, I'm seeing that really cool transition behind the tumbling section. The judges are always going to be on their toes because there's something going on all the time.
You're never bored watching this routine, which brings me to my second favorite moment of the routine. And it happens to be when they're going into their first partner stunt. So the entry into this stunt is super creative. You know, I was saying back in my day, we just hopped into a squish. And that's all we did. But take a look at what the Halos are doing here. A cartwheel, spin over into a push-up position, popped right back up into that teddy bear stunt. Super impressive, slowing it down so you can really see what's going on because a lot is coming at you. There it is again. How impressive is that?
You know what? The back spot and the bases, this is their stunt right here. You can see the back spot coming around, and they're making sure that she does not touch the ground to swing into the stunt. That's a great transition right there.
That entire stunt sequence is impressive. Finally, I want to call attention to their pyramid because the pyramid is always one of my favorite parts of any routine. They have such creative skills and transitions in this pyramid, Chuck. We're getting to my very favorite part here in a moment. Right here, you will see they do a 360 flip twist, and then they pop the flyers up into an inversion here, putting their foot down to switch back up into an inverted leg hitch, and then dismounting that flip off with the layoff. I mean, we're going to slow it down again because you have to see it. Look at that.
That's a good size summy right there.
It looks great.
Right? See transition. Phenomenal transitions. They're visually appealing. That's what it is.
Right, and that's one of the last skills, building skills, they compete in their routine before they go into the dance section. So just hitting that gives you so much energy. And then you all know when you hit a routine and you go into the dance, you're like, I'm killing it. I'm ready. Like, this is my time to shine. I don't have to do any more flips or twists or pick anyone else up.
And that's when the crowd is ready too. Everybody's clapping at that point. So we're going to see how Upper Merion does. And, well, we're going to stay in their region, and we're going to bring up the Northeast Regional Leaderboard. We talked about how everything has changed. Now, Upper Merion, they're still there on the leaderboard. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. We're going to get that graphic up here. We've got East Jersey Elite up there, USA Wildcats. We saw Liberty All-Stars Divas when we were up in Indy at the first show.
Right.
So much is changing in the Northeast. This is crazy.
Yeah, and there is still time to rack up some points up in the Northeast as well. Let's take a look at the competitions yet to come this season. Starting off with 600 points at Spirit Fest Grand Nationals. Reach the Beach is also coming up with 600 points, and then 2 chances to get 500 at Cheersport Toms River Classic and Encore Buffalo Showdown.
As we said, the schedule is very important. There are still opportunities to jump up on the leaderboard. We do have a few more weeks in the season, so we are going to be looking at some shakeups as we continue throughout and get into April.
All right, so that is the Northeast. We are going to move to the West Coast. Some call it the Best Coast.
I mean, we're going to need some help, whichever coast it is.
Whichever coast it is, we want to bring out Shar Erickson. She is from California All-Stars Livermore Strikers. Shar,
Hey, Shar.
thank you for coming.
Give it up.
Thank you.
Give it up for Shar coming out here on the lead. Yes.
All right, so you are on Strikers. Tell us a little bit more about your team.
My team is everything that you would want in a team. We're not a team, we're like a family. We uplift each other, we're there for each other. We have the best coaches. It's honestly the best environment you could think of in a cheer team, yeah.
I love to hear that from a teammate. Now, you guys competed this morning. How did your team do on day one, and how do you feel finishing the weekend?
We had an amazing performance. We had a solid performance that we feel confident in, and we're using that confidence going into tomorrow and hitting day two even harder, even stronger, and just showing out, showing the Cali love.
I love that. And Shar told me before the show started that you're working out already, so you're ready for day two.
Yes, we were outside, we were getting in our reps, making sure tomorrow is our day forever, like we got this.
I love it.
Yeah, what has it been like being in the very first season of the league? What are your thoughts about all of this?
I love the concept, I love the idea of it, I love just seeing how it's gonna evolve over the seasons, knowing this is new now, it's just gonna build up and progress more and just create more following, and I love it.
That, you know what, we said it in the first show, we're going to keep saying it. This is only the beginning. You see the excitement here. Now, Shar, UCA is your 5th event that goes towards your league total. What is it like to see your team name on the leaderboard with all these other teams across the West?
I mean, not just my team, but every team puts in countless hours, countless practices, long nights, early mornings, just going through it, and to see our hard work being recognized and having a friendly little competition in the making, it's just what cheerleading's all about.
Love to hear it. Well, Shar, best of luck. You guys are competing tomorrow at 10:34 in the morning, but if you're competing at 10:34, what time are you waking up in the morning?
Way too early. Way too early.
Chuck is very interested in the alarm clocks.
Alarm clocks are important. You got to start that day off right, man. It's important to me.
Be there tomorrow. Come support us, Cali.
10:34.
Set your alarm clock.
10:34.
All right, Shar,
Thank
you're
you,
amazing.
Shar.
Thank you for coming. Oh
Give
my
it up
goodness.
For Shar
One more
Erickson
time.
one more time. And as Shar
awesome.
steps away, we're going to continue in the West and bring up the West Regional Leaderboard. Gonna keep saying it, so much change has happened since we seen the leaderboard at first. We still see the California All-Stars, Livermore Ladies Swag. They're gonna pop up here in just a second. They're top of the leaderboard. Power Elite, Eclipse, Max All-Stars, Junior Stars. Who else is up there, Maddie?
We have Desert Elite Mavericks, Rival Athletics, Firehouse Elite, South Bay Divas, and Power Elite All-Stars Scandal. Again, these are the top 8 in the West.
Well, that could change because there are some more top competitions in the West that are coming up. So we're going to pop those up here so everyone can get an idea of the variety of points that they can still get. We've got the USA All-Star Super Nationals. That's a 600-pointer. American Celebration Sandy Nationals is a 500-pointer. And Cheer Sport in Phoenix, that's a 400-point event. We've only got a few more weeks of the competition left, so those are going to be very important weekends.
That's right. Okay, so we told you about a sign competition. Can we see those signs again?
Let's get those
Can we see
signs
the
up. I
signs?
am so excited right now.
The signs are up.
All right.
So we have been looking in the crowd, and we have the top 3 finalists for the sign competition. Can we bring them out?
Let's get our top 3
the
up
top
here.
3.
And
If everyone can take a step back,
all right,
that's
come on
awesome.
over here.
Come on up, come on
we've got,
up.
it's some teams up here. All right, we've got teams. Okay, give me your name, your gym, and your team. Name, gym, and team. What you got?
Emily Kiesler, ACX, Wild Jag.
All right, next team.
Idalia Martinez, Nighttime Cheer, Deja Vu.
Talia Thomas, Nighttime Cheer, Deja Vu.
All right,
Same.
who do we have over here?
Ann Berlin and TAI Ice Queens.
And what's your name?
Elena and TAI Ice Queens.
Awesome. Okay, let's see
Okay.
the signs.
So we've got the signs, so you guys raise them up a little bit so everybody at home can see them. But for the contest, I'm gonna use the crowd. So I'm gonna let everybody at home see them, but I'm gonna turn them around because I need my crowd to help me out and decide who's gonna win this sign
All right.
contest. So go ahead and turn
Turn that
around for
way.
me, ladies. Turn around and
Turn
raise
that
your
way.
signs up. Turn around and raise your signs up. Everybody at home, don't worry. We're gonna bring my other camera out here. Who, make some noise if you think this first sign up here is the best one. Okay. All right, and that's it. Our next sign in the middle. Okay. And finally, our last sign. Do we get some love? Okay. I like it. All right, Maddie.
Do we have a clear winner?
Hold on. We're going to talk about this one real quick, Maddie. Let's talk about who's going to win.
Should we cheer off?
I think we need a cheer off.
Okay. It's between signs 1 and 2.
Okay. Make some noise if you want sign 1. Okay. All right. What about sign 2? Okay. All right. I think we got a clear winner now.
Let's hear it. Who is it?
The winner is sign number 2. Come on over here.
All
Nighttime
right.
cheer.
Deja Vu, you are going with a $300 gift card to Varsity Shop, but don't worry, signs 1 and 3, we are sending you home with a $100 gift card as well.
Everybody gets a little something from the sign competition. Thank you, ladies, for participating in the first sign competition. Give them a round of applause.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much. The next show at 1UP, if I see you there, I want to see some more signs down here. That's
It's my favorite part of the entire show. Okay, well, we cannot leave you without talking about the top teams in the nation.
In the nation?
The entire country.
I tell you what, let's bring the big atlas back out here on the screen. Let's get that national leaderboard up here. We've got Woodlands Elite, Katie, Admiral sitting up there in D1 Senior, D2 Senior, Carbon from the Champions All-Stars. It's fun.
It is fun. And D1 Junior Stars, Viper, San Antonio, Rattler, Rain, they have been near the top for the entire season. And in D2 Junior, WIDC, Hellstorm.
Well, we got another Gym Time team up there as well. I mean, we're going to see how much this changes. I can't say it enough. We're always going to be there. The leaderboard has changed so much. I mean, we've changed a little bit since we left Indy, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. So we're going to see what else happens when we get to Nashville, because we've got a few more weeks in the season left. I am so excited to wrap this up. Stay locked on the leaderboard.
That's
where are we
right.
going for that?
You can go to tv.varsity.com to check out the leaderboard, see where you rank. New rankings come out every Tuesday, and Chuck and I are coming back to you live from Nashville, Tennessee for 1UP Grand Nationals on April 1st.
And then we have our final award show live on April 5th, coming to you from Austin, Texas. We're going to talk about all of the national winners, all of the year-end awards for the first season of the league. I am so excited, Maddie. This has been fun.
So much fun. We are ready to get back to the action here at UCA. The teams are ready. They are in place. They're still making some noise. So thank you so much for joining us here on the League Live Show.
We will see you soon.